Right, how is everyone doing? Good, I hope. I'd like to wish everyone a happy new year now, you know. And the Atari VCS, you know, we think it's going to have an awesome year. Atari's not dead. The Atari VCS is not dead. There's going to be a new joystick coming out, new games, both from Atari and indie devs. So, yeah, and the price will come down even more. So there's plenty to look forward to. The Atari VCS and Atari will be around all this year and into next year too. So don't listen to the people that are saying that it's dead, it's finished. It's not. Okay. 18 new games coming out from Atari themselves. Now I'm hoping one of those games is Night Driver Recharged. I love Night Driver. So hopefully that's one of the games, and I'm hoping a Desert Falcon gets made into a recharge game, you know. And you know, Star Raiders would be an awesome recharge game, you know. And Millipede, like a Millipede was missed out on last year, so makes sense that they make that a recharge game. If they do, awesome. But I think there's going to be a lot of surprises this year from Atari and indie devs too. The console is going to get more updates. The controllers are going to get more updates. It's going to get better over time. And awesome. Yeah. So other games that I'm looking forward to is the Spirit of the Samurai, Unsung Warriors. You know, that's another game. Ends Reach. That's another good game. And I'm sure there's going to be tons of games from Orange Pixel and Ninja Studios. Because they said that there is, and there's going to be more to come. So don't listen to the people that are saying that it's dead, it's finished. It's not. Atari are seeking new ways to build the Atari VCS cheaper, which means we can buy it cheaper. You know. Yes, they're suspending their current manufacturing contract because the VCS isn't making the money. But that doesn't mean it's dead. You know what I mean? Because the games are making money and T-shirts are making money. It's making money, and they wouldn't do it if it wasn't. You know what I mean? And like I said, they put up. So don't worry. So the 2023 is going to be a great year for Atari and the Atari VCS and us owners, us fans. We're going to have a lot to look forward to. So, like, you know, again, so for people that have just gotten their Atari VCS, right, patience is the key. If you have that, you're going to have a great time with the Atari VCS. You know, Chrome, right? Chrome is where we play most of my games. Like, if we're waiting for a new game to show up on the Atari VCS store, we'll go to Chrome, we'll play Super Nintendo games like Super Metroid, Doom, you know, we'll play games like Hexen for the PS1. I'm an old school gamer, you know, and it's just easy, convenient that I could just play these games on my Atari VCS. And we can use my Atari VCS controller wirelessly or the joystick. There's a whole bunch of sites, you know. Each one has different features, different games, and it's awesome. And there's always something new, you know what I mean? Like, for example, the site we always use on Chrome is called playretrogames.com. Playretrogames.com, all one word. That site will allow you to use the VCS controller and the joystick wirelessly on all the games on that site, not just PS1 or Super Nintendo games, but NES games, Sega Mega Drive games. On that site, the games run full screen and everything. It's awesome, and they have settings like shaders, and you can overclock the frame rate and stuff like that. So for the games like Doom and the Super Nintendo, the game runs faster than it's meant to. It's great you have them options, like, you know. So yeah, and like with the Atari VCS, you have so many options because it's a Linux mini PC. You can play Steam games on it. You can do whatever you want on it, you know. And if you upgrade the RAM and storage, you can play more demanding games like Dreamcast games, PS2 games, GameCube games, PS3 games, you know. So it's awesome. So don't listen to the people out there that are saying that it's underpowered, it's a lot of shit. They just don't have the patience, and I don't know, they just hate it. You know what I mean? I don't know. But you can't, but like, I'm telling you, as a I've had my Atari VCS for over 2 years now, and the collector's edition, only 6,000 of them made, and I backed it from day one, I believed in it. Yes, I had a few more of the bugs and stuff, but nothing catastrophic, you know, because it tells you don't unplug anything. So it takes a long time for the updates to install. That's one thing about the Atari VCS. It takes a long time for updates to install, so just let it do its thing. Don't power it off or turn it off. It tells you, just go off, do something else, come back, and you'll be done. You'll be okay, because people have had problems where they turn it off while it's updating, and they fuck everything up. So keep that in mind. It's not as fast as an Xbox or a high-powered PC. Patience. If you have that, you're going to enjoy it. So, but things will improve over the year. Like Atari will make updates to the VCS where things will happen faster, you know. But like, just don't panic. Just take your time, and you'll enjoy your Atari VCS, you know. That's the one bit of advice would give to anyone out there that's getting it for the first time. It takes a long time for the updates to install. Just let it do its thing. Go off and do something else, get a sandwich or whatever, and come back half an hour, it'll be done. But Anstream Arcade is awesome on the Atari VCS. New games are getting added all the time, but it's retro themed, retro games, but it's awesome, you know. So brilliant. The Atari VCS is going to be awesome in 2023. I can't wait to see what comes out, you know what I mean. The haters are comparing it to the Ouya and Steam boxes and other things that failed, but it hasn't failed. You know what I mean? It's still getting games made for it, and there's going to be a new joystick coming out. Atari teamed up with My Arcade, so they're doing all the right things, Atari, you know, and they're not. The main thing is they're not scamming people or burning people. They're delivering on their promises, and if there is a problem with the VCS, if you contact Atari customer support, they're very good and they're very fast at getting back to you and solving your problem. So, and you have to bear in mind the team at Atari is nowhere near as big as Microsoft or Nintendo or Sony. Yet they're doing the impossible, and we'll say well done to all them people. And like I said, Atari just don't have truckloads of money like Microsoft or Nintendo or Sony, so they can't afford to build consoles at a loss, if you know what I'm saying to you. So that's why they're stopping production right now, because there's no demand for it. Why waste money on something to build if no one's going to buy it? That's what Atari's looking at. So they're exploring cheaper ways, and if there is demand, they'll make more of them. But right now they're focusing on software, stuff that does sell money, makes sense, you know. And indie devs are backing the VCS the Atari VCS to the hilt with new games and stuff. So 2023 is going to be awesome. And to all the haters out there, just have an open mind. You know how bad is it really? You know what I mean? Give it a chance, and patience is the key. If you don't like playing retro games, if you don't like playing video games, don't use the Atari VCS. Just keep making videos that spread hate and shit for no reason, just because it makes you subscriptions and whatever. You know what I mean? Just give it a chance. You know, it's not the Atari VCS is not the Intelligent Amigo. It's not the Coleco Chameleon. It's not the Ouya. But these people want to put the Atari VCS in there with them, saying that it's a failure. It's not a failure. So yeah, it's not the best selling thing ever, but it's doing pretty good, and it's gonna be around. Take my word for it. It's gonna be around 2023 into 2024, and it's gonna be awesome. You know, and like I said, nothing lasts forever. I'm hoping the Atari VCS goes on forever, but unrealistic. We'll say 5 years at the most, and then hopefully Atari will bring out a new system, because I hope Atari stay around this time. I don't want to see them go bankrupt again. I want them to keep releasing the games that I love, the hats and t-shirts, because I'm a fan, like, you know. So I hope everyone has a great new year, and all the best, and bye bye.